I'm combat ready.
That was a really good episode.
Yeah, but there were some things that I didn't like.
Explain.
I'll explain. I think
Yeah.
if
Don't-
this thing doesn't kill me,
Don't get too angry now.
I don't know. Like I feel like, you know, volume two, like at the end, like they show how
Badass.
how badass this team is,
Coffee.
and like Coffee and like how Coco and her team kind of like just work so well together.
Mm-hmm.
But this episode in particular just made them look so bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they looked wholly unprepared. It like they had really bad team comp. Because I mean, if you really think about it, like, you know, you have somebody that is like close range, but he has a big sword, so he's slow. And then you have Coco, who's only long range. She didn't have any options for any type of close like some
I
close
mean,
range.
she uses her briefcase to slap around, but yeah, I guess they're her main focus.
But I mean,
is to
I mean,
go
yeah.
down.
If you really think about it, like what, like she didn't do anything to respond to any type of
Assault, yeah.
of close, you know, close range advantages that were being done by Mercury, yeah. And so like it really just felt like they had the advantage the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Like-
mean, we because we don't really know. My response to that is that we don't know how strong
Mercury and Emerald really are.
because Mercury fought Pyrrha, who is the fucking man at Beacon, and was basically like, "Yeah, I sparred enough with you. I'm pretty sure I could kick your ass." It was like how I felt after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of disagreed. It really felt more like he was fighting with the intention of figuring out what her semblance is, and the moment that he figured it out, he was like, "Oh,
Yeah, well, that's
You-
he did.
I lose.
I mean,
It doesn't really like
He held his own though against
did.
a girl that literally wiped out an entire
Yeah,
team.
he did get clapped in the first second, but then immediately he was able to like come back and like you said, hold his own.
And
But
then,
yeah,
and then throw in Emerald, who can mimic what a person looks like. It's like that makes it a whole lot more interesting, which I don't even want to get into. I don't know who the fuck we've seen in the show who isn't who they were supposed to be and was actually Emerald. I don't even want to think about it.
But yeah, it's just that I just like you know, if I feel like if it would have been like Coco and then Nekko's favorite character
And Fox.
and
Fox.
I think that it would have been a better team composition because
he would be faster.
he'd be just as fast as a bullet can go, right, in a sense. He'd be able to keep up with Mercury, and like, but that would still we would still have to resolve Coco's issue, which is just
Pure long range, yeah.
So like that's kind of like I understand that the episode meant to show just how strong.
And that's I think I know exactly what you're trying to say, which is I had the same problem whenever I watched it the first time. So I'm glad that you had the problem that I'm having, because a lot of people do tend, and it's true. It is supposed to show off how much more of a badass is Team Cream Meryll.
Okay, so it is criminal. Okay.
I'm not.
It's supposed to be Crim, but I add the Meryll because they're criminals.
Yeah. We're just
They're the bad guys.
we made it the
Jake.
Weebs canon.
I know they're the bad guys.
We made it the Weebs canon, but nonetheless, like I just feel like they didn't show off the full potential of Coffee before they get destroyed,
but like
is what
at
you're
this
alluding
point
to.
we won't get to see them because they just now got eliminated from
Yeah.
the tournament. So it's like I get it, but
show us a little bit more.
You know, you established that these were a group of
Elite.
elites. Like they were like the best that Beacon has to offer at the moment. And
They got
it
taken
did
down
not
immediately.
look like that at all.
Yeah.
Like it just looked like they were fumbling with each other. You know, like it didn't really feel like they had any synergy. You know, it was like
For a team that's been together for 2
you
years.
go, you swing your big sword. I'm gonna shoot him from afar. And then when fucking Mercury goes in between them, they're just bop, 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 and they have no response.
Well,
no response.
Let that be a showcase of how strong Team Crim is.
Yeah.
Don't dog on coffee. Be like, oh, Crim must be pretty. Because I think that's what they're trying to hit home.
That's what they tried.
I got that, but you know,
it's just the way that it was shown. Like we saw them having more skill at the end of Volume 2 than in this one, and that's what Mike is typing.
Because I just don't like the idea that later on, Team RWBY is gonna fight Mercury and Emerald, and they're gonna lose to Team RWBY, which is a far a far weaker team if you really think about it.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Okay.
But I see your gripe, and I completely understand it because that's exactly how I felt at the beginning. But like trying to give the show its opportunity and understanding what they were trying to go for, yes, I get what Jake is saying, because that's exactly what they were going for. Is this team, which is the Elite, got demolished in a matter of like 2 minutes because this team is just so much better. But again, it showed like all their movements, unfortunately, were rookie movements, rookie mistakes that they shouldn't have had. And that's also Mikey's point. But yeah, no.
Because I mean, like if you really think about it, that composition where it's like long range and big burly guy with big sword, slow swings but really strong. I mean, it just makes it look like their overall strategy was just to overwhelm and overpower. That's like if you really want to think about it, it's kind of like more like a blitzkrieg attack. It's really just I don't really have a good strategy. I'm just gonna overwhelm you with our power.
Maybe they got a little overzealous. They were just like
overzealous.
Maybe. But I think if I keep forgetting your other guy.
Fox.
If Fox would have been in there, like Fox being like extra sensory and everything like that, it would have complemented the fact that Coco has such a big. Like a blind spot. Like she if she covers like a massive area, like this big cone where she basically just wipes from afar, Fox would be able to like keep that close range in
behind
check.
her.
But had that other guy, like he wouldn't be able to be fast enough to be able to cover that area. Despite him being big and he has like a big sword and big swipes, but like it's just that. It's just overwhelming.
Now that you say it, like it's funny because now the way that I'm picturing it is it's like a huge cone fucking breaking this way, and that's a Coco, and then he has a little cone with a single swing behind them. So you got a gigantic cone and a small cone, but again that cone just moves slowly, like you said.
Because this can be easily fixed if he moves as fast as Cloud does. If he's able to move and swing a sword as fast as Cloud would do in Final Fantasy VII, then that would be resolved because he's quick. He's quick and he has a lot of power. Like he's able to do super big swings that deal a lot of damage and be able to move just as fast to be able to keep up with anybody that's trying to get close range of Coco, while Coco still keeping that big cone, keeping people away or trying to pin them down.
Yeah. They still got their asses kicked, though.
Yeah, they did, unfortunately. And
I wouldn't want them to win. I don't want Team Coffee to win.
No. And I don't think any of us wanted them to win.
No, but I'll at least show how good
you are before you get demolished.
Give Team Criminal a run for their money.
I think it's the same as me fighting you in Smash and you jumping off the stage every single time. And it's like, I won. Because and probably get one stock off of you. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I don't know.
It's more like
it's like kind of what you were saying in My Hero. I want the villains to be formidable. I want to be afraid of them. You know, and how do you do that if the heroes always win? Or always get close to winning.
Yeah, and I think in this case it's the other way around. I want to see how good Team Coffee is, but I can't see how good they are if they got demolished 5 minutes in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I think both ones are valid though. But go ahead and.
Well, I guess I don't know because it was the second round, so we have to assume that everybody in this round is very good because they made it out of the first round against other hunters.
Yeah, but my thing is like we know for a fact that we have Yang and Weiss being the pair for the second round. We know that they have really good composition and good synergy because we've seen it before. Right?
But we know that they have.
We know that they have good team combos because we
had a whole discussion about this.
Yeah, exactly. We were able to see like how they've complement each other's strengths and
weaknesses. Yeah.
You know, and I feel like once we get to see the match with Yang and Weiss, we're gonna see more of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh,
But
actually,
that's my
I
shit.
think it's the next one actually. But yeah, so no, I really I like your point again. Like, it's funny because that's exactly how I felt. But I do understand that they were supposed to be shown as the most strongest motherfuckers ever, so hence why they needed to wipe the strongest team fast.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of how they did it. But like outside of
Yeah.
that, I do get it. And but that was good. Okay, so what do you think about semblances in general? Semblances are supposed to be unique to each individual person. So how do you, like, I think you forgot by now, but like hence why I'm bringing it up and said it again. But like, okay, so what do you think whenever you heard that the Shnees has a hereditary?
I didn't think anything of it really.
Honestly, I have an answer, but it's a dark answer that it might be a little bit too dark for the show. That the Shnee does a lot of inbreeding.
I could
see that.
I could
see that.
Like, I mean, it'll only make sense. Like, if there's no outside, like I guess like no people from the outside kind of like messing with the gene pool. Then of course they're gonna keep getting the same semblance because in essence they're just getting
The same people.
I mean,
over and over.
it's kind of like Todoroki in that sense, in that he was bred specifically to
For-
be
to
fire and
get-
ice.
yeah.
You know.
So yeah, no, I can see it because like, do you think about this? Winter was really clear as to like, Dad was really unhappy that you left from our area, and now he's calling you often. Could it be that he has found a potential mate that he's trying to like, hey, like out of our family, we have found one that I think would be
Exactly.
a good choice.
Like he's trying to keep that the family ties really tight, and if she's out exploring, and I think that's why Winter would want her to have her own life.
Yeah, like because Winter's like, yeah, I mean, I was in the same position and I joined the military and I said, deuces, I'm out. So probably that she was put in a position that she didn't like, going based on what you're thinking, and she's like, no, I'm out. If I am disowned, I'm disowned, but fuck it, I'm out.
Which leads me to what I've liked about Volume 3 so far, and I've liked the characters, but again, for the first two volumes, we didn't know really anything about them. We were only told things, and I think when we see like, not just family, but I think family members for characters are a good way for us to really sink our teeth into our characters.
Yeah, and understand why they think the way that they think.
Like, I like Weiss a whole lot more in this volume. Earlier, she was just some really bitchy girl that wouldn't stop complaining.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But yeah, and same thing with RWBY.
Yeah, now I'm seeing the
Ruby
reckless.
and
Yeah, the
Ruby and
reckless
Yang, yeah.
uncle.
Yang had a moment there with Crow too.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reckless uncle, that's because, but like, I don't give Yang enough credit, but she is also very reckless as well.
She is. I think she is not necessarily more calm and collected, but she's definitely sure that she'll take on whatever she's taking on. She can take on. Compared with RWBY, it's like, I'll take on and fucking.
She doesn't know where she's going, you know.
Yeah. So I think Yang always puts herself in a position that she knows that she can always win. Whereas RWBY, she has to do it. And I think that's the difference between the two. But what else? Oh, and so the summoning. So the wording that Winter said was, think about your fallen foes and bring them and watch them as they join your side or whatever. So that is indicative, and that's the only hint given. But you'll probably see it a little bit later. But that's why she's able to bring a Beowulf right beside her, is because she has defeated that monster before, and that's why she can summon it. So they can only summon things that they have beaten before.
Okay.
And so kind of like a blue mage type of thing on Final
That's
Fantasy.
really, really cool,
Which
actually.
is interesting because so far Weiss hasn't really killed anything. She has assisted. RWBY, like if you think about it, RWBY was the one that did the killing blow on that Raven.
Yeah, and
On that
players and
giant
pieces,
fucking
yeah.
bird thing.
There's only one thing that I can think of right now that she has taken out by herself, but I'm pretty sure it's so small that y'all won't. It will never cross your head.
Has she killed anyone?
I'm thinking of that giant piece of armor in the trailer, because there was a moment where like she was like it was kind of like a duel type thing.
Yeah. I was thinking about something else, but yeah, I mean, I can see. I mean, we did see a sword, so.
I mean, I don't know. I'm just thinking like if it were that, then it makes sense because it kind of looks like that was part of her training to
Get better at
get
herself.
better or something like that.
Yeah.
During the trailer, but that's about it.
Yeah, no, again watching it a second time. I love it even more because watching the fight specifically. Because at first I was watching it and I could not help but be angry at the fight, saying like, how is it that the best team is losing? But now that I'm a little bit more caught up and I understand the whole story, I can actually watch it and say, yeah, this fight was actually pretty good.
And I wanted to say one more thing about that.
Go ahead.
The choreography is pretty good,
Yeah.
but and you can say like they're the most elite team, so they're supposed to be trained for like any situation type thing, and that's valid. But I think what RWBY does really well is it showcases matchups very well, because you take Yang, who you said like she's very confident that she can beat anyone. She fucking destroyed a mech in one punch basically. It was like holy shit. But she goes up against Neo and gets her dick kicked in. Because Neo is agile and quick and like very precise.
Yeah, and Yang kept missing every single punch that she threw.
Every punch, she didn't land a single blow. I think if she did, then Neo blocked it.
Yeah, she blocked it with the parasol.
And like when I was watching the fight, I didn't think for a second that Coffee was gonna win, because basically what Mike is saying, you have big stocky guy with a sword against Mercury, who is range with his legs, and he's fast, and he fought Pyrrha.
Oh, and even if it was like flipped around, Meryll still would have been able to be a nice counter to that guy, because she has these fucking sickle things that fucking extend and can chain around people, and she also has that semblance. Like, she can so easily, like, both of them were just prepared for any type of scenario.
Yeah.
But it seems like Coffee was just not prepared for anything at all.
Yeah.
I mean, and you do gotta think that they do make the duels before they enlist to the second round type of thing, because that's why they were asking. It's like, hey, so who are you bringing in? And they had to say Yang and Wise. And then she said that it was her and Mercury. So because they had to like decide before the next rounds come in, because they gotta start making the bracket. Yep. But the thing is, if you think about it, who chose the bracket? You saw it. We all saw it.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I agree.
No,
with that.
I'm not fighting against you. I'm just saying,
but I mean, like, if you go back, even if it was manipulated, it doesn't matter. Like, if you go into a tournament, you need to be prepared for.
No. I wasn't in any way like attacking your comment. It was mainly just adding to what Jake was saying.
I understand
it was about
that.
matchups.
I understand that, but like it's really all about the matchup.
Yeah.
Like, Mercury and Emerald were prepared for any type of matchup, even if they manipulated the matchup.
Yeah.
But if we go back, we got Yang, who's like super. She's like very close combat, but she also has the ability to be able to shoot for long range.
Yeah.
She's fast, and she's very nimble. She can she's agile. She's able to handle any type of situation. Same goes for Wise.
She's a little bit more stiff than some other characters, but yeah, she still has some agility.
That's why
Wise still the thing about Wise is that Wise is probably has even more coverage than Yang, because Wise has those glyphs. We don't know what all those glyphs do, but we know that they
do a lot of things.
They do a lot of things. And if you really think about it, like, those glyphs it's pretty much a mage situation.
Why is she just pulling the list of heroes, just selecting the exact attack?
She's basically fucking Hero from Smash, and then she's able to handle any type of situation. But that's the thing, like, they have such good matchup coverage, because they can handle
a good arsenal.
Enemies with long range, they can handle enemies with short range, then they can handle anything in between. Like, super fast, super slow, they got it covered. Coffee, on the other hand,
the two that they grabbed,
it just feels like it wasn't a good matchup.
Yeah, but the reason why I was saying what I said is just I feel like whenever Cinder was manipulating which one, she probably chose one that she knew that the team could demolish immediately, and that's why she saw that. It's like, yeah, my team has that.
Exactly, but that's also like, it goes back to what Jake is saying. It's all about knowing the matchup.
Yeah.
If you know that these people have had this weird, like, they have this weird area in between a person that's like close range and a person that is like super long range. They have a blind spot that can be easily manipulated. They knew that coming in, so they obviously picked that fight to be able to not only emasculate the team to put it in a way, but also be able to easily go in.
Yeah.
Which goes even further with my argument that says that coffee was just not prepared for anything.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I could definitely see it to where they just thought they were gonna win, so they just threw 2 characters out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. Like you said, it's I don't know if the word overzealous or whatever you used, well, it means kind of cocky or kind of confident. But yeah, definitely I feel like that's if we are to think on all these little moving pieces, I can see it as just being a cocky move. It's like overpower. We'll get it. But yeah,
work.
I feel like this episode had a lot of things.
Now you guys know, don't like if you're trying to beat somebody, don't try to overpower them. Most of the time it won't work, especially if they know that you're gonna try to overpower them.
So next time you're in a hunter tournament and you're fighting to the death against students who have infiltrated your school, just remember, formulate a strategy. Do not pick your slowest and long range guy. You gotta go for speed. You gotta go for short range, mid range, long range. You gotta have all your bases covered.
This goes for any anime. like in any anime tournament arc, it's always like the slow guys are usually the
first one to get picked.
Yeah, they always get picked in. Like
that's so true.
In any anime tournament arc,
go
for speed and speed only.
Yeah,
like
you're right.
Even if you don't hit that well, fucking like
the other guy's gonna
this
get
is
tired
not
faster.
Smash Bros.
Again, speed wins, like no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. I was gonna say, I mean, I've seen some strong, but yeah, usually they hit them twice and then afterwards they're too tired.
Like, even if they make it all the way to the finals, they get dicked in.
Yeah,
because the main hero is always faster.
They always have dexterity all the way up.
Yep.
I like what I was saying to like wrap this up is I feel like this episode had a lot of hidden gems in it, like things that you can pick up and break apart. It's one of those episodes I would suggest going back to whenever you got time and like rewatching it. And there's a lot of things going on in here that I would definitely like to keep on breaking apart, but it's already 44 minutes, so I'm not gonna kill you with this. And I honestly think you have way more to say than I thought you were gonna say, both of you. So that's always a good thing. So yeah, we're ready for the next one. So we're gonna go and watch that right now. So screw it, we're out. Watch the next one. We'll come over. I don't know. Watch the next episode. Like it, subscribe. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Go ahead and end. This was the Weebs Closet.
Bye.
I had no idea what I was going on for. Hope you guys enjoyed another Weebs Closet reaction. A special thanks to our Patreons. We appreciate your extra support to keep this channel going. Be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to stay up to date with our latest videos. See you in the next one.